Hi all, I wanted to talk with you about knife crime in 2015 part 9. Actually, I think it's 10, but look at the title because it's all in the title. So this next article, it says teenager left bloody at murder scene after stabbing man 5 times with a kitchen knife, court is told. It says a teenager was implicated by a bloody deer stalker hat that he dropped before fleeing the scene of a murder, a court has heard. The 16-year-old, who was 15 at the time, allegedly stabbed 39-year-old Martin Thomas 5 times with a kitchen knife during a violent robbery at the victim's home in Roehampton, southwest London in April last year. So, you know, with all of these videos I'm doing, it seems like it's always problems with the youth. I mean, to me it seems like it's a sense of pride, like, you know, I'm young, I'm a teenager, I'm young, I've got energy, I can do whatever I like. It's not really the case. It's not whether we can do whatever we like. You know, because when we go around doing whatever we like, stabbing and committing chaos and murder, if we think that we're going to get away with it, we're only deceiving ourselves, and we're completely deceiving ourselves. If you look at my video when it comes to which is titled evil is 50% powerful and good is 100% powerful. If you might be thinking, you know, when I stab someone, I'm doing a good thing. You know, you're only deceiving yourself, because to take a human life in your own hands, how can you negotiate in your own mind and heart and say that's good? You know, I don't believe if your parents brought you up and you turn to them, and you turn to your parents and say that, you know, mommy, daddy, one day I'm gonna grow up, and one day I'm gonna grow up, daddy and mommy, and become a notorious killer, murderer, rapist, everything, you name it, all the crimes, you name it. If a child told that to a parents, if a child told that to their parents, the parent would never have brought you into this world, because a parent never brings up a child into this world to become a murderer and to make their family be humiliated in public, because that's what's happening. That's what will happen when a child commits a crime. The child will get humiliated in public, and so will the family, and it will put the family to shame. And you know, other people will look around and say to the parents, you know, the parents, you didn't bring the child up, in the right way. But when in actual fact it's always down to you, the child, to make these decisions, these good decisions to make these good decisions to not commit crime. You know, don't be deceived thinking that, you know, if I do the X amount of crime, I'm going to get away with it, or I'm going to I want to be in the most wanted list for killing and murder. It's not it's not it's not a perfect ambition to go for, because eventually the authorities and police is going to chase after you. You know, you can strive. Why don't you strive to do something different, to benefit people, to benefit other people? There's so much calamity in the world and chaos. Why would you want to create more turmoil when the world is already complicated enough as it is? Why would you want to do that? You know, I'm not trying to have a go. I'm just trying to let you see the I'm trying to give you an understanding, not trying to tell you off, or not trying to say, you know, I'm not trying to say either my way or the door, or my way or the highway. I'm trying to give you an understanding of what's going to happen when we commit crimes. I'm trying to show you what's going to happen when I'm trying to bring everything into the light to make you understand it fully. I'm bringing everything to the light, take you out of darkness and bringing you into the light, so you understand the consequences of committing crime. And if we think that we're going to get away with crime, you're only deceiving yourself completely. So yeah, what can I say? I think that's really all I can say. So, and I'm sure once you commit the crime, you're not always going to be happy. You're always going to have regrets. I'm sure of that. Whenever a human being does something wrong, even if it's just minute, really small, minute, they easily feel condemned, and they easily feel that they're in the wrong. So, and you know what being in the wrong feels like. So why would you want why would you want to feel even more heavily wrong, or feel more condemned? Because that's what you will feel like. You won't be able to you won't feel rest in your body. You won't be able to rest in your body, because you'll be worried about the police knocking on your door each day, every hour, every second of the day. You'll be worried about the police knocking on your door. So why commit that crime when you're going to feel a sense of uneasiness? Because wherever you go, you will be traced, because the police have ways of finding you out, and FBI are going undercover, tricking people with cameras and things like that. So it's not a case of you know, if I do the crime I'll get away with it. It's not a case of that. Whether you do the crime and you get away with it, it's a case of when I do the crime, I will be caught. And it's not a case of if I'll be caught. It's a case of when I'll be caught. So, and even if you think, you know, I got a clever way of getting away with crime, you know, and if you don't believe in the afterlife, and if you think that you get away with it and you die and get away with it, you're only deceiving yourself, because you can't have a world where you can commit all these types of crimes and expect to get away with it straight away when you die. Because, you know, if what would happen if I say there is a God and you believe there is not a God, and suppose and, you know, if you end up being correct and there isn't a God, you know, we'll all have a happy party in the afterlife. There's no God, but what and you know, it will go on forever and stuff like that. But what would you do if I turn out to be right? There is a God, and he dispenses justice and wrath and judgment. What would you do if God is real? What would you say to God? Because God already knows the answer before you even utter it. God knows your question before you even spoke the words. before you even think about it, before any words could come on your lips. Because the Bible does say that, you know. I think if you search on the search engines, if you search on the search engines, like type in the search engines, like these words, like saying, like, you know, the words even before I utter it. Write something like that on the search engines, and you'll find it. You'll find, and the search engines will find those words, and you will find it from the Bible, and you'll understand that God knows us perfectly from the beginning to the very end of our lives. So if you got any problems, please give me a call. Any problems at all, give me a call. So that's all I have to say for now. So God bless, take care, peace be with you, bye for now.